What am I? Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya. Whatever is in this world is pervaded by God. In the previous chapter, efforts has been made to introduce the aspirant to the true form of self and its various coverings. An effort will be made in this chapter to explain the relationship of soul with God. The form of the ego, which has been understood so far by the aspirant, is far more than that. The all pervading soul is a projection of the supreme element, God. In reality, there is no difference between them. Feel that I am far much greater than I have known so far. The boundaries of ego extend up to the farthest extremities of the universe. It is one with the supreme power of God and derives nourishment from Him as a child in the womb gets from its mother. It is God's own element. You will have to experience the oneness of soul and God. You will have to practice to expand your ego to still vast proportions, and then you would reach the stages of consciousness, which the master of yoga calls Soham. I am that. Come, let us proceed on the voyage of this experiment. Look around on all sides, too far off places, and try to locate objects as far as you can with the inner eyes. You will find that a vast universe is spreading all around. This universe is not like that which is commonly believed and understood, but it is an ocean of consciousness. Every atom is advancing continuously in ethereal waves. The elements of body are changing every moment. The chemicals present in vegetables will find place in our body tomorrow through our meals, and then it shall get discharged in the form of excreta and shall form part of the body of other creatures. Doctors declare that cells of the body are changing every moment. Old cells are destroyed and are replaced by the new ones. Though outwardly the body appears to be the same, but it undergoes a complete change in a short time, and not an iota of previous body remains. New matter enters our body through air, water, and food, and finds its exit through breathing and discharge of excreta. Physical matters continuously flow in their current. Fresh water waves pass over a tortoise resting at the bed of a river, but it only feels that water is all around him and he is lying in the water. Similarly, we too remain not well aware of the perennial current of nature flowing ceaselessly. This is not limited to bodies of men, but it moves forward, passing through all creation and vegetation we regard as inanimate. Every object is undergoing change every moment. Howsoever great effort be made, but even an iota of this flow cannot be stopped for a moment. This physical truth is a spiritual truth as well. Sages say this world is transitory. You must have understood the flow of physical matter. It also applies to mental consciousness. The flow of thought, current, vocabulary, and formative will continue likewise. If a particular thought arises in one, similar thought crops up in the other as well. The atmosphere of the vicious dens is so abnormal that a new aspirant feels suffocation in it. The sound waves have now come under scientific control. Radio and wireless are the visible proof of the sound waves. The thought passing through the mind are now being photographed, which throw light as to what type of thoughts are being accepted by a particular person and of what type he is releasing. Like clouds, the flow of thoughts shroud in space, and the same can be received or released by the attraction power of the people. This branch of science is too important and vast to be discussed here in this book. All the three parts of the mind, Paravrat, Manha, Prabuddha Mana, and spiritual Mana, have their own independent flow of thoughts as well. It should be understood as all physical and mental atoms except the soul are in motion. They move from one position to another as the old physical matter moves forward and its place is occupied by new ones. Similar is the case with mental substance. One day you were determined to lead the life of celibacy, but today your lust is unquenched. One day you were determined to murder a person for revenge. Today you are his friend. That day you were weeping that you should earn money somehow, and today you want to relinquish everything and become a sannyasi. Countless change like this take place. Why? Because previous thoughts have gone and new thoughts have come up in their place. The belief, perception, and faith in the motivation of every object of this world, whether visible or invisible, confirm the oneness of the whole universe. It was created on the basis of oneness. I do not have anything of my own, or all things belong to me. If you are made to stand in the fast flowing midstream current and asked as to which and how many success of water belong to you, what will your reply be? You will think that the current of the water is flowing constantly. The drops of water which are touching my body shall pass away in the twinkling of an eye. The water current is constantly touching me and moving on. Either you would like to say that the entire water current is yours or that nothing belongs to you. World is an ocean of life and power. The living beings passes through it for his progress. He picks up leaves, things as per his requirement. Nature is not dead. Commonly known physical objects contain atoms entirely alive. Animated by power, they all develop and are moving, thinking, and flourishing. All of us are deriving motivating force from the living ocean of power. We are all fish of the same pond. World pervading power is invigorating the consciousness and the atoms of life of various perception. Above stated perceptions will surface for the expansion of the tools of soul and its field. We should consider that all bodies are mind in which one and the same consciousness is pervading. You will have to move much farther than the physical objects to which you have confined your kinship and think that so many drops of this ocean of the world are mine. This is a mental illusion. I am putting on such a vast wheel that can cover the entire universe. This is the spreading of the spiritual body. This experience would take you to that category of person commonly known as yogis. The self harmonized by yoga seat, the self abiding in all beings, in the self. Everywhere he seeth the same. The expansion of one's own soul takes in this fold the outer form of all living beings of the universe. The soul of all are close and have oneness. These are all linked together by the supreme power. All high souls are one among themselves. God is close to this union. Here we qualify for entering the court of God Almighty and mixing with Him. That state is beyond words and cannot be described. The stage of entry into this state of scarcity is called trance and samadhi, which would definitely result into independence, freedom, and ultimate deliverance. Exercise for experiencing oneness, union. Sitting in a meditative posture, concentrate on the flow of physical life. Realize that only one type of conscious force is at work in all parts of the universe, and the five elements have come into existence by reason of discrimination. The comfort and discomfort experienced by our senses are in fact chemical reactions of substance of different types, which are after colliding with the senses in different conditions create different vibrations. The original energy of the universe is one, and I am deriving motivation force in the same manner like others. This is a common blanket which has provided cover to every children. Imagine this truth properly. Let the intellect have its proper experience. Learn it clearly by heart. After realizing the unity of physical objects, imagine the unity of astral and mental substance. That is also substance like physical matter. Your mind is just a drop of great mind. Your entire knowledge and thinking is like few atoms of the universal philosophy and thoughts, which have been collected from the books, teachings of master, or from currents flowing in the ether and cosmos. This is also known as incessant moving force, and you are making use of it like the tortoise lying in the bed of a running stream by drinking a few drops out of the flowing water and discharging the same in the form of urine. Learn this truth also by heart and have its firm imprint thereon. As soon as your thoughts regarding the expansion of wheel with respect to your mind and body are confirmed, the world would start belonging to you, and reciprocally, you would also belong to the world. Some goods shall be felt by you as unattended. This all belongs to me, or I own nothing. You would not find any difference in both of these. Look at your soul elevated beyond the wheel, unchangeable and all pervading. It is immortal, compact, unbreakable. It looks at inanimate objects, undeveloped and humble living beings, stars, satellites, and all world with compassion, joy, and love. It finds nothing as desolate, fit for hatred, torment, or embrace. It does not find any difference at all between its house and the nest of birds. To attain such a high class is not only essential for spiritual progress but also for worldly gains as well. Standing on that high pedestal, a man is in a position to see the real form of this world, and he can know as to what treatment should be meted out to others in various conditions and situations. He has not to learn about the bunch of virtuous, proper techniques and good behavior. Rather, only these teachings are left with him, and no one knows as to where all bad tendencies which cause a havoc in life have disappeared. Having attained this stage, the satisfied intellect sees that, though all immortal souls appear to be free, independent, glowing, and moving at this time, yet they have one original source of power. In all containers, the same ether is filled, and all pots of water are reflecting the same sun. Though the body of a child is separate, yet its body has the essence of its parent. Soul is truth, but its truth is God. Pure and deliberate soul is God. Here, the shape is unity. This is the stage from where the living being declares Sohamasi, meaning that he is God, and experiences that under all forms of the world there is one life, one force, one authority, and one reality which lies hidden. We shall repeatedly urge the new aspirant to awaken themselves to this consciousness. What am I? To gain knowledge of this truth is the real knowledge. Whosoever has been blessed with this knowledge, his life should be full of love, affection, mercy, sympathy, truth, and broad mindedness. Mere imagination or recitation from holy books cannot be of much use. Genuine compassion is real knowledge, and the real test of true knowledge is its assimilation in day to day conduct of life. Text of this lesson: my physical belongings are momentary glimpses of great physical substance. My mental attainments are a part of undivided mental substance. Physical and mental substances are flowing uninterrupted. Therefore, my belongings are unlimited. Objects of all world are mine. Immortal soul is the part of God in its pure, subtle form. It is God Himself. I have become pure and am feeling the union of soul and God. Sohamasi, I am He.